So, you bought an RV and you're wondering what things you need to start this great new adventure. In this clip, we'll share the must-haves to begin your first camping trip in your new trailer. Stay tuned to the end and we'll share a few items that you will like to get in the future as well. 8 products you need to begin RVing. Number 1, sewer hose and fitting. Our number 1 requirement for new RVers is a good quality sewer hose and fitting. Black and gray water tanks fill up and need to be emptied. In order to empty them, you'll need a sewer hose and a fitting to connect from your drain pipe to the opening at the dump station. We chose the Rhino Flex hose and a clear 90-degree connector for ours. Some dealers provide you with a sewer hose upon purchase, but I know the one that we were offered was thin and not durable. The Rhino Flex hose is reinforced for strength. It was easily bendable for routing to the drains, and it compresses into a compact section for storage. Ours came with end caps as well, to eliminate any surprises that might ooze out of the stored hose during travels. We chose a clear 90-degree fitting, so it was easy to see when the water coming out of the tank was running clear. It also helps if you see that there's nothing coming out and you have a clog. Let's hope not. Add in some gloves for handling the hoses and some disinfectant to sterilize your equipment, and you are good to go. Number 2, water hose for fresh water. There is a difference in hoses. Make sure you purchase one that's safe for drinking water. A good 25-foot length is great for most situations. You want something that's lightweight, flexible. Kinks are hard to deal with when trying to control water flow and when storing your hose. A very good quality hose to avoid kinking is the 0G hose. It's lightweight and flexible. Number 3, a water pressure regulator. Most people use a very simple regulator and they do well with it for years. We had a bit of bad luck with our first one. It didn't allow much flow at all, so we purchased one with a gauge and the ability to adjust the pressure. Most recently built trailers can handle up to 100 psi of water pressure. However, it's recommended that you never let the water pressure exceed 60. Somewhere around 40 to 50 psi is ideal for most RVs. 4, an electrical tester and surge protector. Although the electrical supply in most parks is proper, there have been times where campers have plugged into shore power and damaged their RV because the post was not wired correctly. A very costly mistake, yet easily avoided with a surge protector. A good surge protector serves 2 functions. It'll indicate if the campground's wiring is connected correctly, and it will continue to ensure that high or low voltage conditions aren't allowed to pass through and damage your RV while you're camping. 5 is a water filter. This is more important than what it seems. As we travel around the country, water quality varies quite a lot, and not just in taste. Debris can enter into the RV's plumbing and clog lines in a severe case. For a small cost, these commonly used inline filters fit right onto the drinking water supply hose, which is really convenient, usually filter down to a particle size of 20 microns, and contain activated carbon, which reduces chlorine, bad taste, odor, and sediment. Let's geek out a bit here and look at the numbers. The micron rating shows on water filters refers to the size of particles that will be able to pass through the filter. A smaller number means a more restrictive filter. Some can actually filter out bacteria. We choose to use an inline filter at the campground's water supply faucet, and that provides the water that we use for washing and cooking. Our drinking water comes from this same source, but then we take it one step further, filling up our Brita countertop dispenser from the RV's kitchen faucet. 6, leveling blocks, Anderson levelers. I've used a few styles of leveling blocks. All of them have basically been some form of plates that stack in order to get the required height. They work, but then I discovered the Anderson levelers. Rather than the trial and error method of stacking, the Anderson heights adjust higher and higher as you drive further onto them. Really saves time. 7, wheel chocks. Wheel chocks are probably the most important item that you'll buy, because watching your trailer roll away would be very bad. As well as traditional wheel chocks, we also use x-chocks that fit between tires on our dual axle trailer to keep the wheels from rotating. I like them. They're easy to install and remove and are usually quite secure. One thing that I've noticed though is that they can occasionally wiggle a little bit after we've been in camp for a few days. So I go back and check on them, tightening again if necessary. The x-chocks help stabilize the small movements that you feel while walking around inside your trailer as well. 8, black tank treatment. There are many choices for treating the black tank. I've talked with campers who use dish soap, laundry detergent. I don't do that. The idea behind an additive is to use enzymes and bacteria to break down solid material into a liquid that'll flow easily when you visit the dump station. We use Happy Camper as our additive. We don't get a smell coming from the toilet. We don't see clogs. One thing that I can add here is that water is your friend in the black tank. Before you start using the toilet in your RV, do some research and understand how and when to open the dump valve. Keeping things flowing well in there is easy once you get used to it. Here are some products you don't need, but may like. 1. An extension hose for your sewer hose. Eventually, you might want an extension to this hose for areas that are further away from your drain port. We purchased a 10-foot extension, but as of yet, haven't even needed to use it. Start with the basic 15-foot hose, and you can always tell Santa to put an extra extension under the Christmas tree next year. 2. A backup camera. Although not mandatory, we found that our backup camera added both ease in backing into sites as well as a good visual for what's behind you when you're on the highway. Most are easy to install, and many new models of RVs are already pre-wired for a backup camera. 3. An outdoor mat. We love our outdoor mat. It helps keep dirt and debris down at the entrance to the camper and is a great place to lay out on a sunny day. 4. A Sidewinder sewer hose support. This is a support for your sewer hose that keeps it sloped in the direction of the sewer drain when you're at the campground with full hookups. They are not needed for just dumping at a dump station, of course. 5. TPMS. TPMS stands for Tire Pressure Monitoring System. If your tire pressure or temperature changes, an alarm will sound while you're driving, giving you advanced warning of a potential problem and allowing you to pull over in a safe spot to fix it. Having our TPMS gives us some peace of mind while traveling. Happy camping, and looking forward to seeing you on the road. Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.